From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
You're watching All-Star 15 TV. To bring you all the action from Derby, Connecticut, here is AJ Capola.
Hello everybody and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On this Monday evening, we are back with the Extreme Forces Racing League, their ARCA division. After a 2-week break, hopefully you all had a wonderful Memorial Day. Please remember, do not forget why we celebrate Memorial Day. It's there to honor and remember the people that have fought for this country. But now we are back racing. We are all the way in upstate New York. And speaking of upstate, we're going to go a little east, and that's going to bring us to my wonderful co-host of the evening. It is a very long-time friend and a very, very hard road course racer on anything but iRacing. It is Mr. TJ Barnier. TJ, what's going on, pal?
Not a whole lot. I'm waiting for this race. Been watching practice here. These guys have been pushing the limit, so I think they know where they're at. Looks like qualifying's going.
Yeah, qualifying is just getting started now. And looking through the field, the first one that is going to take a time should end up being Zachary Thornton in the 35. So let's go jump towards him in that Ben & Jerry's Chevy Impala as he's going through the bus stop. Not the bus stop, the carousel, because they are not running the bus stop, which a little bit later on we will get into the race info, and then we'll show you right around this Watkins Glen racing circuit. We are not running the bus stop, and we are not running the boot. It's a classic setup for tonight. Now, we're under qualifying. You see Zachary Thornton very, very fast. I'm going to talk about the point scale, TJ. So, with just about, I don't know, possibly half the season to go, you have Josh Fox, who I'm looking for. Josh Fox. Okay, he's in this race. He's sitting P1 in the standings at a 135. 20 points back, it is Devin Smith. Third place is Farron Elam at a 111. Brandon Richardson at a 109. And rounding out that top 5, it is Alan Warnicki.
Looks like your points leader is about 8th fastest in practice.
Oh, it's...
And the guys that are chasing him are actually work quicker, so this should be good.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're still currently watching Zachary Thornton. He should be the first driver to take an actual time here. So, and then we will move around to pretty much see who's going to get what. Everybody gets 2 laps within 10 minutes. You really need to go once that green flag drops, because it takes a minute 10, a minute 11. He's going to go a 1:11 across the line.
That would have had him 4th on the board for practice. That's a quick time.
Here comes Lee Krause coming out of turn number 11, heading towards the line. That's going to put him P2. A whole slew of drivers passing the line roughly around the same time. You see them all on your screen on the left-handed side. We're doing a little bit of a different setup now. They give you guys more of a view of everybody.
Only one 111 posted so far.
There's 2.
Just got bumped now. He's down to 2nd.
Dylan Dunford with a 1:11.23. Just realizing that my overlay rounds. And they are going to keep those times. Gonna go take a quick look at my Tuesday night partner in that number 75. It is Mick Olofsson. Going up through the S's, heading down to what the bus stop would be. Gonna completely drive right through it. Something that we wish we always can do. And right into the carousel. So far, 4 drivers in that 1:11 mark. Travis Lapine is literally hitting a 112 flat.
Oh, and there's a fifth 111. Looks like Lee Krause got in there.
All right, coming out of turn number 7, heading back towards the line. Mick Olofsson with his first lap is going to go. Where'd he go? Oh, he must have went off track because it didn't post this time. And
it won't let you if you're a little off track for at a road course?
certain spots, yes. Certain spots, no. And he just blew up his second lap, so he's going to have to start from
the tail.
From the tail. Going to jump on with Donnie Bartlett. Never mind, because he's right in that guardrail. So he's going to say goodbye to that first lap and try to get that second lap to work.
It's like the 45's up in the S's.
Yep, that's Tyler Aspinall.
He's in the 111 bracket. He's going for another one. Trying to improve just a little, maybe. Sitting P4 right now. Just got bumped to P5.
He's down to 8 right now.
Really?
Yes, yours update.
Down.
Your overlay updates at the line every time. Mine updates in real time.
I was scrolled down. That was part of the problem. I was only seeing from like 4th on down. There's a whole bunch of them now, like 9 guys in the 111 bracket.
So far, so good for that 45. Coming to complete his second lap, almost clips the wall. Coming out of turn 7, heading towards the line. He's gonna go to P2, a 1:11.25.
Wow, if he'd have kissed that wall, I think he might have been a little mad. That would have cost him that lap. That's a heck of a lap.
Let's go jump to the points leader as he had to throw away his first lap. Lights up the tires going into turn 1, heading towards turn 2, and then the S's. That's the 19 of Josh Fox, your points leader. Ooh,
he's got some wall.
He did get some wall. And then more wall.
He's going to throw it.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's going to call it for him in qualifying. Go see Donnie Bartlett. Donnie Bartlett back on the racetrack in that number 21 Miller Lite. Beer. So, TJ, while we have just 3 drivers on the racetrack right now, why don't you tell us about your racing history, whether it's iRacing, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, NASCAR 2003. Give the listeners, give everybody here a little background about yourself.
For me, I kind of got to the game what I feel like was late. It was NASCAR 15 was my first game, and dabbled a little bit there. When the Heat series came out on the next Xbox, that's where I really went deep and heavy with it. And it's been a whirlwind since I started. Picked up some championships and a couple different leagues. Always a contender at road courses, if not the dominator at a few occasions. Always looking for strategy wins, even when I didn't need to. And a lot of people get mad at me and be like, oh, he's got the speed. Why is he going for the strategy? It's just always that one mental step ahead of anybody, and it served me well. My league I've ran the most. I've got like 77 wins and pretty competitive spot. Just, got to iRacing, back to iRacing a couple months ago now, and just kind of really diving into it. And it's like a whole relearning process. It's been humbling to say the least.
Yeah, it's 100% a relearning process, because while you're able to do Xbox, PlayStation with a controller, you can do iRacing with a controller, but I feel in some cases you're better with a wheel. But those I would consider arcade racing games compared to what you have here in this sim.
Oh, for sure.
But other than that, you and I have had fantastic battles through our racing careers. But I'm looking forward to seeing Watkins Glen with the Extreme Forces Racing League. You and I were both watching practice for quite a while. Is there any one driver that sticks out to you before we start gridding and get ready to go tonight?
I mean, he was He's the only guy with a 110 in practice. The pole sitter, Dylan Dunford. I was watching him. He was getting loose, but holding it. And I mean, I don't know the series obviously that well, but he looked fast, and he's one I'm watching out for tonight for sure.
Yeah. Dylan Dunford, whenever he hits the racetrack, he's always a contender to win the race. But I'm going to go a little bit further down, and it's going to go to that 99 of Lee Krause. He's been very consistent and very strong wherever we've seen this league go, and I think he's just knocking on the door to come off with a win. So, qualifying is over. Gonna get the last couple seconds. There it is, and we are going to grid. Here it is, everybody. The starting lineup for the turn right 35. Need to figure out how I was going to do that. That's how I figured out I was going to do it.
Ron Burgundy did it perfect.
Row 1, Dylan Dunford, Tyler Aspinall. Row number 2, Devin Smith, Zachary Thornton. Row number 3, it is Travis Lepanis and Kyle Lingerfeld. Row number 4, Lee Krause and Farron Elam. Row number 5, Brady Floyd and Alan Warnicki. Row 6, Jesse Adams and Bradley Stefane. The rest of the field is going to cycle through your screen right now. TJ, talk to us about Watkins Glen. Why is this such a favorite road course for a lot of people?
I can't say it enough. This place, unlike a lot of the other road courses, it's speed, speed, speed. You need control, but it's speed everywhere, especially without the bus stop. You're going to be flying down into the carousel. You're going to be flying down into turn 1 and 2. You got to be fast, but in control. And it's a lot of fun. Place is just quick and fun.
Yeah, it is 100% a lot of fun to get around this place. And before we start rolling and before we take the green, because we're going to do a full pace lap here, let's see some of these race infos. 82 out there in New York tonight. 56 dew point. We are under clear skies with a mile an hour of wind of 2 miles an hour. Track length is 2 miles, 0.41, but the track temperature is over 100 degrees, TJ. Very slick out there. You're going to see a lot of people trying to fight a loose race car. Which, that speaking of loose race car, we dealt with a lot of it last night in one of our races.
Yeah, Homestead with the trucks, man. That thing, fixed setup. She did not want to be in control for the first few laps, and then it would get tight. I don't feel like I was ever comfortable.
No, I fully take your statement and can verify it. So, under green for the first time, we are going to see these cars all packed up, ready to go as they fly down to turn 1 once that pace car takes that right-handed turn into pit road in just about a half a lap's time. It's going to be interesting seeing 27 vehicles fly down to that right-hander. It's going to be interesting, TJ. You got to be really careful and be really aware who's around you and any exit points you can get through due to people not really using their brakes or using too much of their brakes and looping it in front of you.
Yeah, it's the thing with road courses. Until you can get, established and kind of get the car into you, you got to be on your toes at all times, especially grouped up. As the race goes on, you should get spread out a little bit. It should be a little easier to recover from a mistake. They looks like somebody just went wide through the carousel, almost at the barrels here.
Yeah, that looks like Tyler Aspinall and Zachary Thornton. But before we get going, hit that like button, subscribe to All Star 15 TV. Chat room is open. I will glance at that every once in a while. What's going on, John, Kelsey, Mick, and Jeremy?
For pace car, it looks like a little Porsche.
It is a Porsche. It's a Porsche 911 iRacing safety car.
It looks pretty cool, ain't gonna lie. Pretty looking clean.
Well, we're going through turn number 7. And we're going to be in control of Barney the Flagman.
Much as I like to see that pace car, I like to see it pull off because that means we're going racing.
Here we go. Green flag. And thunder is about to erupt in turn 1.
We're clear for the moment. No loopers. 3 wide at the tail. Looks like we are clear. No problems in 1. That's impressive.
Looks like Rowdy Tony Richardson is going to go to the back of the field. He went wide in turn 1, but the battle is up front. Got Dylan Dunford pulling away by just over a half a second, closing down to about 3/4 of a second. Right behind him, it's Devin Smith and Tyler Aspinall as they're side by side going into the carousel for the first time tonight. We're only doing 35 laps here tonight. It's going to go by really fast, especially with only local cautions.
We have stacked up towards the back. Lee Krause right in the middle of it all. They head off into the short.
The 95 and Tyler Aspinall go along. Here comes Zachary Thornton. He's going to take second place from both of them.
That leader is just sending it right now. He's got to be 7, 8, 10. Starting to look like Secretariat pulling away here.
Well, he's a second. Dylan Dunford a second over Zachary Thornton. But I would not be surprised to see Zachary Thornton really close in on Dylan Dunford. As I say that 94 is pulling away still.
NWS is still no trouble that I've seen. I've kind of cycled through the field once just to try to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yes, nothing's popped up on my end. Just a couple passes here or there.
3rd through 7th, pretty tight right now. I wouldn't say you could put a blanket on them, but you definitely could get it rolled out and ready.
Well, Tyler Aspinall in 3rd, Devin Smith in 4th, 5th, Kyle Winterfeld.
Oh, there's a spinner.
Alan Warnicki. Oh, he's still spinning in that 72. We're going to go check this out from...
Oh, I think he collected a couple.
Oh, he definitely collected a couple. Coming out of the carousel, gets loose, tries to lock it down. Oh, but it's too late. He's going to collect the 9, the 29. The 9 is Jesse Adams, and the 29...
was a hit and a half. That was a big hit. I bet you that's going to result in some pretty bad damage for both those cars.
Yeah, the 10 is on pit road. The 9 on pit not on pit road yet. Still trying to make it with a completely torn up race car. Everybody does get one fast repair. The Alan Warnicki just getting to his pit stall now, and that 29 of Brandon Richardson completely destroyed. Obviously going to use that one fast repair.
All of them, I think, though, didn't have to take a tow, so that won't kill them too bad. Could be a lot worse.
Oh yeah, especially a tow being around this place closer to 5 minutes. But right now, that 94 of Dunford driving away for the time being.
We got 35 hanging in the ballpark. They're right now the class of the field, the two of them.
Oh yeah, they are in the ballpark from each other, but that's it. Everybody else is 4 seconds plus behind.
Here come the guys out of the pits with the fast repairs.
So they should have to pit at least once here tonight, at least once. When do you think we will start seeing pit stops? Right around halfway, or do you think they're going to try to stretch it as long as possible?
I mean, if they got to pit once, I can tell you the way I would do it would be the halfway method. If there was multiple pit stops involved, then I'd probably try to stretch it and stretch fuel, because that's just me and I'm crazy. But if it's one stop, I'd go right the halfway point.
Well,
until
once you mentioned if it was you and you'd probably stretch it, obviously knowing you would stretch it as long as possible, thinking I'll just pit with 2 laps to go and just take fuel. Because
Notorious.
that was your MO for the longest time. But we're about to put lap 5 on the board, and Dylan Dunford a 2-second lead over Zachary Thornton. Zachary Thornton just about a 5-second lead over Kyle Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld has Travis Lapayne right on his back bumper heading towards turn 1. And that 65 is really loose as they're heading towards turn number 2. Going up the hill through the S's, that 16 is in prime striking distance. But so is the 20 of Brady Floyd. Looks like they're really loose through the S's.
These three right here, they've been battling. The our driver there that spun was right with these guys, and I think if it hadn't have been for that, he'd be still right with them. You get that little group of three, a little group of 3 behind them. And the passing looks like it's being noted, the driver goes wide.
Well, I will say, just talking from experience, it's all fun when you're leading up front and gone. But when you're, third through the rest of the field, it's so much better when you're actually running with people outside of being by yourself. Because you're always you're concentrating on keeping your spot or trying to gain a spot that, it just doesn't get stagnant and boring where you're just like, just get this over with.
Yeah, running against a stopwatch ain't never fun.
No, it is not. But coming up through the S's, look for Lapayne to try to make a move going into that carousel turn if he can get close enough.
He's got to be careful because if he slips up, that 20 Brady Ford right behind him could make a move. But I think they're going to be okay for the moment. Obviously, these guys probably not wanting to push it yet.
No, there's a heck of a bump as you're taking the downhill into the carousel.
Yeah, I don't have any experience hitting it. I want some. I got to find out how that transition feels. I bet you could probably break loose real easy.
No, it looks like it's happened a couple times. These guys are just that good with holding on to it. As you see the 65 in that Dodge Charger. I haven't seen Dodge in a long time.
You might need to be dodging a pass here at a moment. That 16 closed up right on him there. He stretches it now down the front straight, but I thought he was going to have his hands full.
Well, all I'm going to say is here comes 7, 8, 9 with them.
Man, that was tight. Those 3 guys almost all bumped each other.
Yeah, but them battling like this, they're bringing that second pack of 3 right along with them.
And I'm sure the front 2 are just loving it. Let them run. They're just messing with each other's momentum now. I mean, they're almost 10 seconds back off of the leader.
Oh, they are more than 10 seconds back off the leader. They're closer to 12.
Those front 2 are walking the dog right now.
Yeah, they're dealing with some lap traffic, though. Dunford has Richardson right in front of him. Gonna try to put him 1 lap down.
Yeah, he was one that got caught up in that early tangle, I do believe.
He was. He's going to give Dunford the outside and the lane heading towards turn 1.
Was that? I'm not recognizing the car out in front of him. I don't think he had any trouble that I saw. Who's that?
That should be Tyler Aspinall. He's down 18 positions from where he started.
I'm kind of curious as to what happened to him because he was up towards
Zachary Thornton, second place. Big issue. Big issue. Going into turn number 1, he's going to lock up those tires, and it's just not going to turn at all. Well, he's got a flat left front, and he's going to have to jump the pit road, pretty much ending his night.
Yeah, I'm watching him right now. It just did not want to work for him.
Where did he hit the wall? Because that was down. Oh, there it is. Oh. Back up even further, TJ.
Oh, he had to avoid somebody.
Yeah, he had to avoid the 10, and he's just going to go straight into the wall.
Oh, that's heartbreak right there, man. That Ben and Jerry's, I feel for him. That's a home company. That's a Vermont company.
Yeah, his night just melted as he's going to have to jump to pit road.
The wall took a bite of that ice cream and said, "See you later."
But
That's unfortunate.
This puts Dylan Dunford to a 13.5-second lead over second place.
The catbird seat. For sure.
I think Dunford can spin and
recover and continue.
And still have a good couple second lead as long as he doesn't hit anything. But we are going to run through the top 10 on the racetrack now. There is your race leader, Dylan Dunford. Second place up 4 positions from the start, Kyle Lingerfeld. Third place, it is Brady Floyd, up 6 positions. Fourth place, it is the 16 of Travis Lepanis. Devin Smith rounds out the top 5 in that 95 Ollie's bargain outlet machine. Sixth place goes to Lee Krause so far. Seventh is Bradley Stefane in that 89. Extreme Forces Racing League Chevy Impala. Baron Elam in that Jeff Gordon T-Rex machine, currently riding around in that 7th spot that Stefane just almost crashed on. Josh Fox is sitting in 9th. He's up 14 positions from where he started, and rounding out the top 10, it is the driver of the number 21 Miller Lite, Donnie Bartlett. So TJ, how have you liked what you've seen so far?
Pretty good. These guys are fast. I did want to note, we missed a big spin. Tyler Aspinall back on lap 2, just after the big crash. He looped it coming back onto the front straightaway, and that is why he is so deep in the field.
Well, I'm looking for it now.
It would have been just before he took lap 3. He looped it there out of the short chute just after the big crash. That's probably why we missed it. I thought it was odd because I remember his name being towards the front, and then he was there getting almost lapped. That would explain quite a bit. I believe, I don't remember, you ran through the points earlier. I think, was he in one of the guys with aspirations here?
He is... No, he is not within the top 15 in points.
It must have just been practice. He had some speed because, I mean, he was running 4th at the time. I'm trying to get back live here. What do I leader?
So that's as they're coming the lap through.
Just, yeah, it would have been the end of lap 2. He his car, it kind of...
There it is. Oh, we're going to go back and see it right now.
On mine, the feed cut away, and then he was spun, so I don't know if he got bumped or what.
Well, he's coming out of turn number 7. He's just loose out of turn 7 and just goes straight into the outside wall.
With all the excitement of the 3-car tango, we missed it, but I'm glad we found it and figured out why his day got upended, unfortunately.
We're going to go back at the front of the pack here after that replay.
He is clinging to the last lead lap car position. As we've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
flying.
9 guys.
He is flying, though, in that 18th position. He is flying easily that last lap, about a half a second faster than our race leader.
I imagine the leader's probably just kind of backed off a bit here. He knows the main competition he had to deal with got into some unfortunate trouble there, and so he could probably kind of back his turns up. I'm not going to say, like, you know, a ton, but just take it easy. Don't abuse the tires. Protect yourself, and no need to get into trouble here. A lot of laps to go, and you've got a pretty big lead already.
Yeah, he does have a pretty big lead, and he sees that 45 of Aspinall right in front of him as he's trying to get around the 28 of David Sandfield, which he does without issue.
I'm just curious if they all are running.
Why don't we do this for the first time tonight, and the first time in a long time, because you never know when a caution's going to come out, but with it being a road course, it ain't going to happen. We are going to go to a crank it up. All right, we're clear to talk. And we are back, everybody. That was the Crank It Up, powered by the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, which you're going to hear a lot about now. But for now, we are here at Watkins Glen for the Extreme Forces Racing League, their ARCA division for the Turn Right 35. 14 laps in with 21 to go. You see that 75 go way wide there. Dylan Dunford, your leader. We are going to run through everybody on the racetrack. Going to take a good lap or two. So, TJ, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Your leader from Adams, Tennessee, in iOS ARCA Pro Champion, it is Dylan Dunford. Second place is Kyle Lingerfelt. Travis Lepane is in third. Devin Smith in fourth. Lee Krause in fifth. TJ, take it to P10.
Baron Elam Jr. here running sixth. We got the 89 Bradley Stefane running seventh. Number 19 Josh Fox eighth. Number 5 Michael Steele running ninth. And 10th place rounding out your top 10 would be Donnie Bartlett in 21.
11th place, you see Brady Floyd. Donnie Bartlett actually moves into the 11th after Brady Floyd. We're seeing pit stops, so you're going to see a little shakeups here.
Yeah, I think they're moving on us.
Donnie Bartlett in 11th. I think that is Jackson, but we'll call him Dean because that is the dad's name. Dean Qualley and Lee Goner in that number 1. 13th is Chad Waller. 14th, DJ Thomas. Austin Green in 15th. Tyler Aspinall in 16th. 17th goes to Tony Richardson. Mick Olofsson in 18th. 19th, it is Brandon Richardson. Alan Warnick, he's going to be in that 20th position. You see Zachary Thornton, Ben & Jerry's 35 machine. Sitting in that 21st spot, Daniel Stragner in the 22nd spot. Dwayne Kernahan in that 23rd. 24th goes to David Sandfield. Jesse Adams just taking it to pit road. Oh, I thought it took it to pit road for a second there. He's actually going into the carousel in that number 9 Mopar machine. Richard Groff in the 26th spot. And Matthew Setzer only making it about 3 laps here tonight. Unfortunately, behind the wall. That is your run through the field for tonight's event. Right now, Kyle Lingerfeld is your race leader as we are seeing pit stops.
Yeah, Dylan Dunford made his pit stop. I don't know if it's going to cost him. He had a car on 3 wheels in front of him. I believe it was the 54 DJ Thomas with some severe damage. I don't know if it's going to slow up his entry and hurt him down pit road as Thomas is now exiting pit road. I happened to be on the leader and saw that, and it looked like this 75 got a little sideways on his entry to the pit lane right behind the leader.
That's Mick Olofsson.
I was mostly watching because if he caught the leader there, that would have been a real unfortunate event.
Lingerfeld is hitting pit road. Same thing with Lee Kraus. Aaron Elam is going to try to lead a lap here.
Oh, and the 75 just tagged the wall. I do believe that was into the carousel.
Oh, he's having a big issue.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go take a look at that 75. Here, it keeps changing on me.
It broke. His left front completely broke. He hit hard.
Going to go straight into the carousel, and it just never turned. Tries locking up the tires, and it just never turned. Yeah. That's very unfortunate for that 75 Mick Olofsson. And Mick does a wonderful job on Tuesday evenings broadcasting the Extreme Forces Racing League and their super late model division. Go check them out on Intensity Broadcasting tomorrow night.
Low car up through the S's and trying to find out who that is.
Give me a number.
Just behind the 65 of Kyle Lingerfeld. I can't tell. He's falling off. He's got rowdy energy on the hood.
That would be the 18 of Rowdy Tony Richardson.
He was real slow and kind of off the pace. I don't know. He might have just exited the pits.
It's a very good possibility.
Poor guys shooting around. Yes, he was. Now as I rewind it and find out, he was. That explains why he was off the pace. Almost got ran over. It was just almost ugly.
Dylan Dunford has taken the lead back from Farron Elam. I think Farron in that 24 just wanted to get the point for a lead in the lap. But what's going on, everybody? In the YouTubes, you're watching All-Star 15 TV and the Extreme Forces Racing League, their ARCA division, from the right and left turns of upstate New York, Watkins Glen Speedway. Chat room is open. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. What's going on, Marcy? John, we went to the field for you. Marcy, how are you doing? How's everything doing? It's good to see Michael in the race tonight. Up in the booth tonight, it is myself, as always, and TJ Barnier for the first time broadcasting a race in iRacing. How you liking it so far?
Oh, this is fun. I could get used to this. These guys are putting on quite the show. Not a dull moment yet. That lead is tightened down a little bit.
Big issue with Dwayne Kernahan. And go back and see what happened. He had to jump to pit road due to an incident. Ooh, he's going to go hard into that turn 7 wall. He's just not going to make the turn. He's just going to... Oh, he was going to make the turn, just got loose.
That rolling rock found a rock that don't roll, and it hurt.
And he's going to stop the car there and jump to pit road.
He took a toe. That's going to hurt. That's a long toe.
Especially when pit road's right there and you just passed it.
Yeah, that's a long toe.
Now, Dunford has that lead chopped down just under 10 seconds, where we saw, what was it, around 19 before?
It was quite a big lead. I don't know if maybe there was some strategy played or...
Well, I mean, it's still a very big lead, but...
Like I said, he was stuck behind a car with a broken wheel on entry into the pit.
Mick Olofsson, big issue right behind me. Doesn't look like a lot of damage, but enough to, dent in that very sharp pointed front nose.
He has just had some, I don't know if he's trying to make up ground, but he's had a couple issues almost back to back now.
Well, I can honestly say when it's a circle track, Mick does phenomenally, but you know how it is with some drivers. When you get out to these left and right turns, some people, it just doesn't work with them.
No, we definitely had, back in our day, some guys who would not even show up to the road courses because they just didn't want to be in the way and cause mayhem. But I definitely know there are guys who are like, we just got to survive.
Yeah, just think about us last night,
Oh, man.
First time in a league together, and we got shown the book and how to read the book. We got took to school. But hey, you finished 6th, I finished 8th, and Ryan coming home with a very resilient, 12th place finish.
Yeah, I mean, it was a learning experience for sure. I mean, I haven't ran a lot of the tracks, especially the ones the oval cars run yet on the sim. So it was not what I was expecting. I guess a lot of people expected the top at Homestead to be the place, and it seemed like it was more the bottom as the run went on.
But that brings me to the point we were just making. Everybody has their own what they do for racing. If you're good at ovals, and now hey, there's a couple road courses on this schedule, boom, you could easily have an issue. You could practice for hours and still have issues, or it could be vice versa. But it looks like, especially with the EFRL guys and them running these ARCA cars, the way Dina has it set up, you have to be good at every track they go to call yourself a champion in the ARCA series.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to ruin your day on a road course. It certainly takes a lot more to have your day not ruined. And these guys, I mean, there's been mistakes by some. We saw the guy running second. It wasn't really his error, but he had an error because of another competitor that really put in.
He was avoiding another car and went straight into that turn 7 wall, which we've seen a couple drivers do, whether it's the turn 7 wall or going straight into turn 1 or going straight through the carousel and nailing that wall. But Dylan Dunford, I think he's just cruising right now. That lead is under 9 seconds. Brady Floyd, who's always fast, is slowly, and I mean very slowly, gaining on Dylan Dunford.
You think most of them hit the fuel window? That's where they made their pit stop?
Oh, I would assume so.
I didn't know if it was a tire-related thing, but I mean, it seemed early for what we were thinking. I mean, we were thinking the halfway split.
Well, they get unlimited tires.
True. But I mean, I was thinking, 35, you break that one down in half.
Ooh,
whoa,
Dunford, big wiggle.
Big wiggle, saves it though, no damage, no off track. I don't believe do they penalize you for going over there?
They might just give you a quick time penalty where you have to let off the gas, but they don't.
No 1X or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, that, there was right around 13, 14 laps. They all kind of came in, assuming they were good to go from there on fuel.
Well, we're coming to 12 to go. Why don't we throw a couple commercials out there, and we'll see you back for the final 10 laps in the turn right 35.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, The nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody. Actually, that took a lot less time than I was expecting. There's 11 laps to go, but Brady Floyd really closing in on Dylan Dunford. You saw before we went to commercial, Dunford really fighting a loose race car right now. Makes me think he only went down for tires. Not tires, only fuel. Because he looks very loose.
You know, it did look like a quick pit stop. I was watching him. He was not in for very long. It'd be a way to lose a race, wouldn't it? Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, it's been something you would have done.
Oh, I did. I actually lost 2 championships that way.
You've also lost 2 championships because of a AA battery incident.
Oh my, never. Word is wise, people don't run batteries because they will die unexpectedly.
But you're looking at Brady Floyd sitting in that second spot. Coming to the line now. Coming to pit road, actually.
Pit road?
Oh.
Was he playing the long game? Is that why he had...
made it up to second place? He is up 7 positions from where he started.
I was obviously not expecting that.
I was not expecting that at all.
That was wow.
Where,
Bit of mind blown, I could say.
where is the pit strike? There it is, the stint length. Let's see. Yeah, him and Elam have yet to pit.
There's no way you could make it a no stop, right?
Right?
I mean, I've saved some fuel, but
that's some Herculean. See,
I mean, I don't. Do you have what is the mileage at Watkins Glen? That's a. The leader.
Did he just get tagged by Aspinall?
I don't know. I saw Sparks. Did you?
Yeah, I saw Sparks too, but that 45 is 100% faster.
If you remember right, he spun early, running 4th, and was making a charge then, and he's still just... I mean, he unlapped himself. I don't think I've seen anybody unlap themselves all night, so
no,
that was a first.
You know that 45 is fast. Tyler Aspinall, whenever he's on track, is always fast. The thing is, he probably gassed it a little too hard, and we saw that spin. But there's looks to be an issue with that 94. He's just not as crisp. But now has an 18-second lead over Travis Lapenas in second.
I'm wondering if he, like we were thinking, if he took fuel only and is just not trying to abuse the tires. I mean, he's got the lead to do it.
He does have the lead to do it. Marcy,
Major stack up in front of him though. He could be in some trouble here.
I'm doing very well, Marcy. TJ, how are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm having a blast right now.
And as we talk about Marcy Steele, big issue with the number 5 of Michael Steele. Let's see what happens going into turn number 1. Looks like a very big incident. Oh, he's gonna loop it. Oh, please tell me he doesn't get hit by somebody. Oh no, he's just gonna stay in the gas and do a burnout.
You say it looks like he kept going, so he's for the most part all right.
Yeah, just lit up the tires. That's gonna drop him all the way to the 18th spot. He's still plus 8 positions from where he started, at least, so he is in plus territory. Travis Lapenas on pit road.
Have he not pitted yet, or is this a tire movement thing?
Let's go back and see what Travis is doing. I don't see the sides of the car going up. No, it just looks like fuel and go, because there goes the 95. I wonder if Travis sped on pit road right there, as he is sitting there for a very long time.
Oh, that's crushing.
Dunford on pit road.
Leader back down pit road. So we are evidently moved into a 2-stop scenario here.
With 8 laps to go.
We weren't expecting this.
We are watching him too. We're gonna stick with your race leader to see what he ends up taking.
Try to count it when he hits the box. I mean, anything over 5 is tire related. Let's see, he's pulling up, and stop. Now 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Appears fuel only.
Yeah, because he is gone. Lee Krause in that 99 is going to assume the lead.
I thought it was early. I thought it was early for these guys. It doesn't appear anybody's taking tires. I'm really just shocked here.
I'm surprised that it's a 2-stop race for only 35 laps.
We'll have to. I mean, I don't have the telemetry. I don't know the data on how far these guys were getting on a tank of fuel, but you certainly were under the impression it was a 1-stop race, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure they run with. It doesn't say. Usually they have it say where it's a 100% full fuel tank. But I'm starting to think that it isn't.
Yeah, I'm not something's strange because it appears.
But hey, it's keeping it interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lee Krause, your leader right now, Jack in the Box number 99 Chevy Impala, has about a 6-second lead over Dylan Dunford, who is.
Does he need to pit?
With how fast that 94 is coming, don't think it's gonna matter.
Well, unless he's saving. I mean, you and I have been in this scenario. You've been the chaser, I've been the chasee. Stretching fuel. And I can tell you, watching you tick time off is nerve-wracking as all heck. He's inside of him. It's a good sight. Look, good long sight, but he can see him. Oh, and he's off. He's off a little. Recovers.
You're seeing the sectors on the bottom of your screen on who is faster through this race course.
Oh, it's got to be so painful. I've been in both scenarios. I've been the guy chasing. I've been the guy being chased. There is no good feeling in either scenario.
Sector 2 by over a second goes to Dunford.
Half the straightaway ahead of him right now, roughly, it appears.
4.5 seconds separating both drivers with 5 laps to go.
They are gonna make it interesting.
Looks like the 99 is pulling away ever so slightly as they're coming to the conclusion of Sector 1 here. We have the sectors on the bottom of the screen.
The gap doesn't look to be changing.
Not by much, only a 10th in Sector 1. But Sector 2 last time was over a second in favor of Dunford. So let's see if that 94 can be
Fuel.
just as fast.
Oh, way wide! Wow, the 94 almost caught the wall.
That didn't really slow him down. Pretty much gave back that 1/10 though.
Looks like somebody just moved out of the way for him.
Oh, that could help him a little bit.
Lap.
He was probably about a 10th faster. Yeah, just about a 10th.
Still about the same gap. The 99's entering into 1 as the other car there. 94 is at the line. Managing the gap is huge, especially for fuel saving. I don't know if the 99's fuel saving, but I don't believe I've seen him pit twice.
I don't think so either. Let's bring up that pit strategy one more time. He has. He has
twice.
Oh no, he's pit once. His first run was 17 laps. The second run was 14 laps.
So he's on his second run. He's got to go 18 laps here. Maybe the first one was 17.
Well, Dylan Dunford has it down to just 4 seconds.
This is frustrating as the chaser, because you can see him, you know he's there.
Yeah, but look how fast the 72 is. Alan Warnicki is right on the bumper of our race.
I'd let him
leader.
go. If I was the leader, I'd let him go. Not by, don't slow up a ton, but if the guy's faster, don't let him affect your race either. Let him go.
There he goes to the inside. Gonna let him go. Gonna lose a little bit of time in turn 1. Gonna lose a lot of time. 3.5 seconds is the gap with 3 laps to go.
So he shouldn't be stretching fuel, but he is on a longer one-stop strategy. I mean, I don't think any of these guys took tires anyway, so I think it's heads up tire-wise. That gap is getting smaller, though, by the lap.
3 seconds right now. 3 seconds separating Kraus and Dunford.
This one we thought we had it all figured out. Dunford pitted, caught us off guard, and gave us a race here.
Gonna go from a blimp cam so you can see. Goes wide right there.
Almost caught back to the 72, who also looked like they went wide. Now, 72 catches the wall in front of the leader. I'm sure he had to lift to miss him. This could be big.
Heading towards turn 1 with 2 laps to go. That lead is
Oh,
down.
and the 72's around.
He's gonna
Didn't
get.
affect anybody.
He's gonna get out of the way. That's gonna give Dunford and Kraus open room for probably the rest of the way. I don't think they're gonna catch Brandon Richardson in front of him.
Oh, he looks. This looks like it.
2.5 seconds with less than 2 laps to go.
If you're that chase car, if you know you gotta just catch this guy. You gotta hit your marks. It's all about hitting the marks. You cannot make a single error, or it's all over.
That 99 is opening that gap just ever so slightly.
94 loose right there. I seen it. Just a smidge.
Sector 2, what's the difference? 0.01, not a big difference. The 99 a little loose in turn 6, heading towards turn 7, towards the white flag coming out of turn number 7. 1 lap to go.
He's there, you can see him.
White flag in the air.
Oh, I've been in this position and it's just so hard. You want to push so hard. 21 exiting the pits. Hopefully he just moves out of the way. Don't affect the race. He didn't affect the first car.
Coming up through the S's one final time.
I
Lee
think
Kraus with a 2-second lead over Dylan Dunford.
Dunford is not closing, not fast enough. Running out of time. I don't know if it was a fuel miscalculation pitting on 13 or what, but that is going to be the difference of this race is the second pit stop. Unbelievable. Got to be mistake-free here.
Out of the carousel, heading towards turn 6 with a 2-second lead over second place Dylan Dunford.
I think he's got him. Without us, no spin, it's over. He's got him. Jack in the box looks clean. It's going to look cleaner in victory
Through
lane.
turn 7, 35 laps to the lead. It is Lee Kraus, your winner here tonight. Hey, didn't I pick that 99?
You might have.
I think
I
picked that 99.
I am just what a finish here.
What a finish. Everybody, let's let everybody cross the line. We'll run through.
Somebody just went flying down into the wall. I hope he's okay. That looked like it.
Jimmy Johnson did.
Oh man. 20 giving him a little friendly how do you do? Good race, man. Oh, is he gonna give him a donut? You might be trying to give him a donut. Or are they parking? These guys teammates? Friends?
That might be. Well, I think everybody's a friend in here.
Co-opetition?
What a fantastic race, TJ. A lot of fun here tonight. We're going to run through the final order before we get to our podium interviews tonight.
Somebody else just Jimmy Johnson the fence. These guys are blowing. Oh, man. God, they're still. Oh, this is fun. These guys are crashing post-race here.
All right, here is your results. Lee Krause, your winner after a hard-charging Dylan Dunford coming home in second. Brady Floyd going to come home third. Fourth goes to Kyle Ingerfeld. Fifth is Farron Elam. Sixth, Josh Fox. Devin Smith is going to finish the race in seventh. Tyler Aspinall bouncing back to finish eighth. Ninth goes to Travis Lepanis. Brandon Richardson in 10th. Alan Warnicki 11th. Chad Waller in 12th. 13th goes to Dean Qualley, which is probably Jackson. 14th goes to Zachary Thornton. Michael Steele, making a rare appearance on Monday nights, is going to come home in 15th. 16th goes to Austin Green. 17th is Bradley Stefane. And 18th, Daniel Stragner. 19th, Jesse Adams. 20th goes to David Sandfield. Rowdy Tony Richardson, going to come home 21st. 22nd, Donnie Bartlett. 23rd, Mick Olofsson. DJ Thomas, 24th. 25th, it is Richard Groff. 26th, Dwayne Kernahan. And shotgun on the field, it is Matthew Setzer. That is your race results of the evening. Won by Lee Krause after a very good, very fun last couple laps. Let's see. TJ, do we go 3-2-1? Or, well, our winner is in the waiting room now anyway, so let's talk to him. Lee Krause, AJ, and TJ in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
No, I sure do. AJ, TJ, how you guys doing?
Holy crap, dude. How'd you do
put
that?
on a show.
How did I do that? Well, let's just say I had my my fuel minder up and I was watching everything, and I about halfway through that last run, I started letting off really early to try and save. I had to save about a third of a lap, and I actually ran out coming off of the last turn. So it sputtered my way across the start-finish line, but got me the win.
Dude, I picked you before we went green tonight as a driver to look out for, especially if you took your head out of your rear end like you've said multiple times before.
Yeah, that was this race was a hell of a race. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I'm usually really bad at road courses, and I practice a lot here. I got to give a lot of credit to Alan Warnicki. Him and I spent probably a couple hundred laps each practicing here together, and I learned a few things from him. So definitely was able to apply it today, and it worked out for me.
Yeah, it looked like it worked out a ton. It's got to make you feel good. You've really come into your own when it comes to these ARCA cars. You're seeing a lot more podiums. You're talking to me a lot more. So, what kind of momentum does this give you for the rest of the season, as I'm stalling to see where you guys are going to next week? And that is New Hampshire. You guys are going to the Magic Mile next week.
This is a ton of momentum. You got guys like Dunford there, Dylan. The guy is a machine. He hasn't had the finishes that he should either, but last year and early this year, he's definitely not been where he should be. And so being able to keep up and pass him for wins is huge for me, because I lost a title to him a couple of seasons ago. So no, I'm just having a lot of fun right now. I'm trying to stay relaxed. I'm actually helping out Tyler Aspinall, trying to teach him a couple of different things, and I think it's helping him as well. So other than that incident that I had with Brady Floyd in Rockingham, I think we've had a pretty good season so far.
All right, dude. TJ, got anything for Lee Krause before we let him go fuel up that car and rip a couple donuts on the front stretch?
Man, get some fuel in that thing, go blow a donut, because you put on one heck of a show.
Yeah, I wish I could. It literally was out. That's where I parked it for the victory lane. It wouldn't start, so I couldn't get it to go. So
Ah,
yeah.
we would have loved to see some donuts. That was we thought you were fuel saving or something because everybody else pit twice and
Yeah, I was.
our
So.
heads. But
No,
good win, man. That was awesome.
thanks. Well, again, I appreciate everything. Got to thank my lovely wife for letting me do this on Monday nights. I got to thank you guys for the awesome broadcasts. You guys are amazing. And definitely, I got to thank Dean Qualley for everything he does to keep this league going. He's a great guy. I got to meet him in Jackson at Medicine Hat Speedway a couple weeks ago when we were actually racing our real stock cars, and it's always good to see him. So, anyway, thanks again, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.
Catch you later, dude. All right, TJ, do you want to take the second interview? It's going to be Dylan Dunford, the driver that finished second, very hard charging towards Lee Krause.
Sure, hand him off. I got you.
All right, here is the driver, the 94 second place finisher, Dylan Dunford.
Number 2, man. How were you thinking fuel strategy was going to be in this one, or
Not really, no.
you were coasting? It looked like just cruising, and then all of a sudden you went down pit lane. You had us scratching our heads, going, "Is what happened?"
I mean, I had to pit again. I was about 4 laps short, so I had to pit again. Just took too much fuel there on that last stop. Should have took less fuel. I just wanted to be safe and rather be safe than sorry. And Lee got around me, but
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't know if you know this. He ran out. You needed one more turn. You'd have had him.
yeah. Yeah, I think Brady there had the better car at the end, but man, I did not want to have to make that last pit stop, but there was no way I was going to make it. So, I mean, just congrats to Lee.
You had one heck of a hard fought second place. We were watching you most of the night, and you were real clean, awesome race you drove. I mean, it was phenomenal to watch. And we thought you had it, and then all of a sudden, when you pitted, we had to change the notes around and figure out what was going on. But man, good second place. That was awesome.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I needed a good run. I just have had no luck this season, so hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Get the season turned around.
I've been in your shoes. You keep driving like that, you get you some wins, no problem.
All right, man, I appreciate it.
All right, everybody, that was second place finisher, the 94 of Dylan Dunford. TJ, closing thoughts of the race here at Watkins Glen.
What a heck of a race, man. I mean, you had drama, you had surprise, turn right, 35, I'd say so. Yes, sir. Unbelievable.
The names they come up with for these races are, you would expect, road course, right and left, sunshine, oranges, Florida. It's great. Dean does a fantastic job with this league, even though he doesn't race it as much as I'm pretty sure he wishes he does. But another fantastic broadcast. TJ, can't thank you enough for jumping in, broadcasting with me. I know we've been talking about it for a long time, but maybe now that you've finally done it, I can get you up here a lot more.
It was fun. I had a blast. I can't believe we had one more turn would have changed the whole outcome of the race. It's unbelievable. Can't ask for more. Cannot ask for more.
All right, everybody. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button. Subscribe to All Star 15 TV. We got more than a half a season to go with the Extreme Forces Racing League. Next Monday, we go to the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Going to be interesting, going to be fun. That flat track is unlike a lot of others. TJ, hopefully we see you there next week.
It's possible.
Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay cool, and stay classy and crazy. All that wonderful stuff. See you later, everybody.
Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.